Wow. J- wow, man. Oh my god. Okay, so I can say that this manga is the only one that I have read. I've read many mangas before, but this is the only one that moved me to the point where, I mean, I actually felt myself tearing up at the end. The ending was so beautiful and symbolic, and finding out Lucy's real name, Katie, and the twins that are obviously the reincarnation of Lucy and you, it's just awesome, man. Kota deserves this kind of closure, and it was just heartbreaking to see him coming back year after year after year, saying, well, maybe she'll come next year, and, me, myself, the reader, knowing that, she's actually dead. She's not coming back, so I just thought he was wasting his time. He was just going to come back year after year until he became an old man, but the reincarnation of Lucy and you came up to him, man. That was a beautiful scene, and he has a daughter that he named New. I was like, oh man, the feels. I have to punch a puppy to feel manly again, and it looks just like his daughter looks just like Yuka. So that's suggesting that they're married or have a child together, which I'm not fond of, but still. But at least he did name her New. But I mean, just not being able to see those children's faces at the end and seeing him turn around and those tears become tears of joy was just awesome, man. I really hope this manga gets the Hunter x Hunter treatment, like how the original anime ran only to, like, I believe like 80 something episodes. I could be wrong, but then they made a reboot in 2011 and it stayed more faithful to the manga and is still going to this day. That would be awesome. Elfen Lied needs a reboot, in my opinion. Start from episode 1 and build your way up to this awesome ending, man. That would be amazing. But Lucy is badass, man. Way more heartless than she is in the anime. I mean, she was about to kill Mayu as well, but poor Bando, man. I was just starting to like him after he protected Mayu from that bastard that was about to rape her. Man, Bando, I hated him at the beginning, but he slowly redeemed himself. But just when I was starting to like him, just like literally the chapter after, I was like, man, this guy is a good guy. He can actually be a useful character. And then Lucy just whacked him off. I'm like, man, she does not give a fuck about anyone. But I can see why. Lucy has been through so much. And you, that poor girl, that poor alter ego of Lucy, she was just so confused at one point, just hearing Nana say that she's going to kill her. She has no idea what's going on. So Lucy is just fucked up all over. Just imagine both of your personalities being tormented by these awful things. Lucy is, being hunted down, and she's killed all these people, and she has to live with, the fact that she killed Kota's sister and father, and she regrets it to her death, literally. And Niu, on the other hand, finds out about her other side, and she's being tormented just by the thought of killing all those people and hearing Nana say she's going to kill her. So Lucy had no peace, man, except for that beautiful ending scene with Kota. Like I said with my review of the anime, Kota and Lucy hanging out when they were kids was just awesome. I'm glad she did have something that she could hold on to, throughout her entire life. And she says the only reason that she allowed herself to even live was so she could apologize to Kota because she knew she was wrong. But that does not stop her from murdering almost 90% of the characters that she's come in contact with in this entire manga. She went in. In the anime, they left out quite a few characters, like the asshole that tried to rape Mayu and the girl that kept peeing herself. I forgot her name, I'm sorry. But they replaced her with the music box because at the end, Niu in the anime sang the tune from the music box, but at the end, she sang the tune that female sang to all of them when, she was new and whatnot. So that's a real nice touch, but I really wish that female would have been the actual one singing in the anime. That's why I say they should reboot it, and it should be more faithful to the manga, because personally, in the anime, I only like one thing better. The first episode when Lucy was just tearing up shit. They showed that in the manga, but it was like really brief. But I mean, in the anime, you really saw how strong and powerful she was. And in the anime, she only had 4 vectors, whereas in the manga, she has like 8 vectors, and they grow a lot, especially around the end when she went crazy and she was about to destroy everyone in the world, when technically Lucy and you both died, and it was just the voice of the DNA that was controlling her melted corpse. You know, her hands could be seen in space. She was fucking shit up, man. Declonius are nothing to be fucked with. But this is a very heartwarming tale. The way that Mariko died is way different than in the anime, and Kurama seems to live until the end. But Bando, man, I'm still really bummed out about that. But Kakuzawa deserved what he got. But his other son, the one that he got from raping Lucy's mother, the only male Declonius, I thought that was a pretty cool dynamic because every Declonius that we've seen with powers anyway was a female. So just seeing a male one was awesome. I thought he was going to, you know, fuck shit up, but I mean, off went his head along with Kakuzawa. But how he used his daughter Anna, it was really bad. But around the end, you see that he really didn't do what we all thought he did to her. So that was a good bit that they added in there to make him at least seem kind of humane, at least. But the last 20 chapters were just epic. All the Declonius on the island escaping and just murdering everyone, and the scientist, a female, I forgot what her name is, the one that came up with the antidote or vaccine or whatever. She's awesome. She's hilarious. She's a great comic relief. But I felt so bad for Kurama, man. He had a fucked up life as well. Although he did not live a sin-free life, he killed a lot of Declonius children, and he's also responsible technically for the death of Lucy's friend when they were younger, you know, the one that liked to draw and whatnot. But just seeing Mariko cloned and him coming up to the clone and hugging it, calling it Mariko when I believe it was Diana was the name, you know, that really fucked him up mentally. And you can see that he's homeless, and Mayu has been bringing him food every day. And when Nana found that out, and him saying that, you know, she was just a science project pretty much, that really hurt her feelings. And I felt it too, man, because she's been waiting all this time to meet him again, and he's holding on to this dead body version of Mariko. He was really fucked up. But this manga took a lot of twists and turns that I would have never even thought that would happen after watching the anime a few days ago. I mean, just that huge Declonius machine that had these big ass vector hands, and Lucy pretty much becoming the Declonius goddess. I mean, her vectors were literally in outer space. Her horns grew to like devil horns, and oh my god, everything about this was just amazing. I love this manga. I actually want to start collecting it. I want every single volume on my shelf back there. I need to get a bigger shelf now that I think about it. But there is one more part that I like in the anime better, is when Kurama put Nana to sleep, when, you know, she pretended like she didn't know what was going on, but she really did. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe she still was limbless from her fight with Lucy in the anime, so that made that seem a little bit more legit as to why Kakuzawa would want to throw her out and dispose of her, whereas I forgot what the reason was in the manga, but I believe that scene was a bit more impactful in the anime because, you know, she did look useless. I mean, she didn't have arms or legs, so I can see why Kakuzawa would want to throw her out then, even though that's still inhumane. It makes more sense as to why he wanted to throw her out then, as to, you know, she already had fake arms and legs in the manga, but he still wanted to dispose of her. But I do applaud Nana for killing the Declonius stereotype. She is the only one, correct me if I'm wrong, she's the only Declonius in this entire manga and anime that has not killed a human. She deserves, you know, the happiness that she got at the end. I'm glad at least one Declonius could live in peace with humans. Nana deserves everything that she gets from now on. But I appreciate it to all of you who have introduced me to this awesome manga and the anime. I love both. This series is just amazing overall. So thumbs up if you think it should get a reboot and stay more faithful to the manga and, you know, see its way all the way to the end. That would be amazing. I want to start some type of petition to do that. Anyway, this is JB the Chia. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.